Hello, good evening, and welcome back. Congratulations, you did it! PewDiePie hits 100 million YouTube subscribers. Yes, that is a reference to his congratulations song, which was his supposed diss track against the T-Series. But yes, finally, this individual, the one man, has made 100 million subscribers on YouTube. YouTube, who does not like the individual creator, um, the media slanders and hates as much as it can. He has finally made it to 100 million, despite, you could say, the worst odds. He has completed it. So, hey, quick bro fist out to everyone. And moreover, he's also got married to his girlfriend Marzia of 8 years. So, congratulations to you, and I mean that sincerely. Well done, and good on you. So, PewDiePie has hit 100 million subscribers on YouTube after his historic battle with Indian record label T-Series late last year. Also, bear in mind that YouTube Music did hit 100 million subscribers before T-Series, so PewDiePie is the first individual to have made 100 million subscribers, and that is a hell of a milestone. You're larger than quite a few countries now. Well done. The 9-year-old army, if you will. It's crazy, and maybe I'm sentimental for getting emotional about such things, but hey, I can't help it. That an individual, just one person, yeah, he's got a bit of a team going from now, but he is the face. It isn't a company name, it is just him, and he's done it. And as you can see with this repeating GIF, and I'll scroll down because it's annoying, but yes, young Felix, and he made it. And I'm sure we've all seen the clip of him finally having 27 subscribers and being happy about it. Yeah, ups and downs, and I remember when Toby Turner was battling him, but nonetheless, he's become such a kind, humble person after this, and he's so grounded that, as people say, I couldn't imagine a more humble or deserving person. As Jacksepticeye tweeted, no one deserves it more. Consistently humble, incredibly hardworking, and one of the nicest guys I've met. Massive congrats. Mr. Beast added, "We fought hard for this 9-year-old. You should all be proud." And James Child also chimed in, "I'm honestly so proud that PewDiePie hit 100 million subs. He works so hard and is literally one of the kindest YouTubers I've ever met. Team Sister Fister for life." There were so many memes, so many references going back years, and it's one of those things that, it's it's that don't follow the money because misery will follow. But if you follow your passion, then the money will follow you. Just do what you love. As Jim Carrey says, what does the world need that your skills can offer? That's all you need to figure out. And it's one of those success stories. It's one of those heartfelt, um, very uplifting stories that makes you feel like, it's worth being alive. It's worth getting up in the morning. It's worth hammering on that project. He is obviously one of the primary influences for me doing what I'm doing. He uploads every day, I upload every day, and I am ridiculously far from him. Haven't even made 100, let alone 100 million. But nonetheless, he is somebody that I aspire to, and I'm sure that he's somebody that many other people aspire to. He is attractive to young people because he is so personable. He is just an individual. He is so friendly. He is so relatable as well, that everybody, young or old, and the 9-year-old army is a reference to that. That the people love him, and there have been so many smear pieces against him, and he has suffered the slings and arrows. There are references between himself and Trump because of that, that receiving just a massive backlash from the mainstream media. Obviously, the Washington Post, with their hit piece to get him taken out from Disney as well. It's one of those things, and yeah, he's done it. He's at 100 million subs, despite YouTube not liking the individual creators, despite YouTube wanting to back the corporate companies, despite YouTube trying to censor and silence any discerning voices. He has made it. He has even said that he wishes to move over to another platform like DLive, and I strongly recommend everybody who's watching this, all those dozens of you, whoever I've reached towards, do check out these alternate um, channels. And once I hit 100 subscribers, I will do so. But yes, so let's see. So let's read on. They say T-Series ended up winning the race to 100 million, hitting the huge milestone back in May. Yeah, YouTube Music hit it before then, but nobody really cares about that. Mention his diss tracks, congratulations and bits lasagna, and then finish off with saying that he has recently got married to Marzia, and maybe he was waiting out for 100 million before he got married. He was trying to keep it private, but he said friends like Jack, Septiceye, and the PJ coming along to support them after 8 years in Kew Gardens of all places. It's a lovely place. I love I love gardens anyway. So hey, I suppose we've got something in common at least. And the Metro says, however, he wants to celebrate his 100 million. We're not judging, which is nice then to see some mainstream outlet, and it's a news outlet which I disagree with ideologically, but it's nice that we can agree on this at least. And I think that's important. I know that Tim Pool has mentioned it recently, with Dan Quinter and Tulsi Gabbard, for example, to say that they disagree, but they're really civil, and they say that they can talk with each other very easily and very well. And it's the same here to say that, yeah, we might disagree with some things terribly, but hey, there are other things that we can agree on and actually develop a friendship on. And then we can use that friendship so that when we have disagreements, we respect each other first, and we understand that we're both intelligent people and have thought through our positions, so we don't dismiss each other. And so that's what I do if I don't know somebody very well and they mention something, maybe they're a bit annoyed about it, they're a bit defensive. I would just say, hey, if you don't want to talk about this, we won't talk about it. Don't worry, because I'm confident in my own positions. I've thought through my philosophy, and I might be wrong, and I know that, and I would like to find out more. But if I can't ask somebody without them becoming defensive and offended, then I'm not going to, because my priority, my number one goal is to make the world a better place, is to make everybody feel better, is to make everybody be able to do more, be productive in society, and be happy within themselves, and make the world a better place. So if me just pursuing selfish goals in order to try and make myself the best person brings other people down, then I'm not going to do it, because there are many ways to achieve the same outcome, and I'm going to try and find the one that's amicable to all. Doesn't mean I'm going to forego my own personal development, but it means that there are different ways that I can pursue it. It's the same way as Oscar Wilde said that language is an art, not just a tool, that there are several ways you can say the same thing, and this is particularly pertinent in a relationship, mainly for men to remember when speaking to their significant others. Okay, for men to speak to women, because if you're gay, then fair enough, and go for it, go do your thing. Maybe that's different, I'm not experienced there. But nonetheless, and that you can say something and either it will come out offensive or it could come out really endearing. And it doesn't even have to be a backhanded compliment for that. And that's my point. That you could say something that your partner could get very insecure about. It could be a mannerism they have, like a giggle. Maybe they squeak when they laugh a lot, for example. And then you could say like, you sound like a pig when you laugh. Well, that's not very nice, but if you say like you swallowed your squeaker, then they'll probably laugh more about that and find themselves to be cute and adorable and endear themselves to you because you gave them that idea of that mannerism that they've been doing for a while. And so it's all a matter of perspective, and that's what I'd be pushing for. And it's that kind of thing that Pewdiepie does so well. And you'll find any charismatic person can do that. Something that somebody might take as a negative, they spin to become a positive. I'm trying to remember who it was now. I think it was Chris Hemsworth, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was Chris Evans. Because Charisma on Command did a video on this where they mentioned it. He mentioned it. Charlie mentioned it. That was saying about I think the best man of the year, and he was saying that you should go to this female reporter, and they're saying, "Oh, you think I'm a man?" He said, "Oh no, no, not at all. It's just we've got to that progressive point in society where it's about time a woman won the man's award." And he diffused the situation perfectly. And it's one of those things that charismatic people do, and so I would encourage all of you to do it because you'd make everybody around you feel better, and therefore, unless you're sociopathic, you would feel better as well. And PewDiePie exemplifies this, and that's what makes him so popular because he can turn any negative into a positive. And when it is a negative, because he's so real and genuine with people, that he develops that support, and it isn't sympathy so much as desire to see him succeed because everybody knows that he's going to try to make it happen. But anyway, that's all for me. I hope you appreciated this more good news story. And as I said yesterday, so that's the video. But as I said yesterday, I will follow up with the Manchester Pride Parade, and there wasn't any that I saw today when I was out and about. So it was mainly from yesterday what I said, which was that it was very civil, surprisingly so. I didn't see any kink, except for some audience members who want some men, I think men, who wanted to wear some more revealing clothes, as well as some drag queens who were then also on display who were wearing basically swimsuits, kind of bikinis, but covering their belly as well. So it was more burlesque than kink, I would say. That was as bad as it got. And talking about as bad as it got, basically every business on the route were flying rainbow flags there, including Sainsbury's and Tesco and Virgin, for example. And also the police, the ambulance service, and the fire services also got on board with it. So I hope that they're not aware that intersectionality is communism and cultural Marxism, because it is. But it's one of those things that you have to think, okay, let's pretend they're ignorant and they're not malevolent, and therefore we can actually exist, okay? Because when they hijack the Union Jack and change the red, white, and blue to a rainbow color flag, you think, well, are you trying to take over my country with communism? Because I'm not going to let that happen, because I care too much about where I live to let it be taken by such malevolent forces. But then you got to think, maybe they're actually just trying to show support for gay people and whatever other on the spectrum it is. Even though, as we know, considering there are so many supporters, including Pret, for example, it's so difficult to find a business that isn't overtly LGBTQ plus whatever, that they're clearly not the oppressed minority. And seeing how much difficulty the Straight Pride Parade has received in Boston, I think it's obvious to show that the table has turned, and I can't think of any rights that straight people have that gays don't, or anybody on that spectrum. So culturally, legally, I firmly believe they are the privileged, if you want to use such terminology. I would just say they have as many rights as straight people, and they are the protected class, and therefore they have more rights under the law than straight people. But that's it for me. The main story is it's a good news story to say that Pewdiepie has made 100 million. First individual to do so. He's a great guy, inspiration to us all, and I hope that there is something that you can put into your own life to make your life better and those around you better. Until next time, have a good one, and I will see you next time. Cheers.